Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. I guess it's time to do this thing. I'm looking at this army and I'm not that worried. Not a lot of Sauruses. You know, Temple Guards are basically just Sauruses plus a little bit. So he's got two realistically units of Sauruses, a couple of heroes, but they're skink priests. We can deal with these. Skink dudes, some Kroxigors, which could be a problem, but remember, we can just get up on the walls and not have to deal with them, although I actually don't have a lot of ranged units. So maybe that's not a real strategy. I don't know, we can just fight Kroxigors. This is my biggest concern. We gotta be careful to try to get our warp cannons into a decent place. Now, we are all the way out of food. So I may as well spend... Like, there's no reason to hold on to it. It's just gonna... We're gonna run out no matter what we do at this point. And we have to survive and win battles to get more, basically. So I'm investing some food in winning this battle, which will be worth some food. It's possible that we overdid it there, but I do think it's really important to get this right now. Because obviously, if we don't win this battle, Queek is going to come in and take the site. And once Queek has it, it's going to be tricky for us to get it back. Tricky in a bad way. So we've blown some holes in their walls. I mean, we're probably going to do pretty much the same thing we did last time. I'm a little... These are probably buildings, huh? So we won't be able to just wheel our cannons in and fire through those. That is going to make things a little awkward. The good news is they're pretty low on ranged. These javelins can obviously have some range attacks, but they only have like 4 ammo each. So it's possible that we could just sit and bombard them from outside the walls for a while. Get some work done that way, and then only go in once they're weakened. But we are going to have to remove their control of the towers to do that. So we have to get our melee units up on the walls. But then they'll be able to fire at us with their artillery. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. I will accept 14, I think. We have a Plague Priest who has actual spells, though. No, let's gamble. We might be able to make a lot of use of a higher value. Wow, that's really higher. Okay, so the holes in the wall are over here. That's actually kind of nice, because that creates some openings directly into their city center. So we're going to set up our warp cannons over here. Let's do it like this. I really want to make sure we're not in range of that thing. That tower over there. And we'll put all of the shield rats right in front of them. Again, we don't want to be right in front of the towers. We should probably pull the warp lightning cannons back to all the way behind the clan rats. It seems like the AI likes to focus on whatever's closest with their tower fire, so this should work out all right for us. And then these guys are all people who don't really want to be in front. I somehow didn't get everybody. Okay. And these guys will approach faster than the siege weapons, I have to imagine. Actually, there's a unit of spears, or a unit of shield guys in here still. Okay, well, we'll just advance behind them. So real quick, issue orders. I'm perfectly fine with the warp cannons just kind of staying where they are and shooting at the Kroxigors through the gaps for the moment, I suppose. They have set up in kind of a strange formation, all things considered. I don't know why they thought I would attack from the place where the walls weren't. Alright, we'll start with this. We'll start moving people up after they've made a little progress. Because they don't want anyone outpacing them. Alright, everyone who's not siege weapons can start moving. No, except you guys. You guys keep going forward. I don't know what I was thinking. I just selected the whole army that wasn't siege weapons. Of course, that includes the shields. Yeah, just keep moving forward. So it looks like they are not even interested in trying to control that tower. Ooh, our warp lightning cannons are not targeting very intelligently. I'm really worried about telling them to shoot the Kroxigors because I think they will do a bad job of doing that. I think they will start moving to try to get a clearer shot, and I really don't need them to close in right now. So here's one of the big dinosaurs. Where's the other one? Do we see it? Okay, it's sitting in the city center. Dangerous stuff, unfortunately. Alright, I'm going to try to focus the cannons on the Croxagors. Let's see what happens here. Yep. They have a shot right now. They both can shoot at the thing I targeted, but they will instead move around a bunch. What the hell are you guys doing? You definitely had orders that were not the thing you're doing right now. Can we get a wall, a ladder up on this part of the wall? Nope. I'm not even sure that I do want to run through the gap. I kind of want to wait for these guys to show up. I don't know why it's taking them so long. Once we're over here, no reason to keep that. No reason not to keep that on cooldown. Once we're over here, we can engage the Croxagors and immediately summon on their backsides. And we can summon on their backsides now with clan rats, but I'd prefer to get some summoned Skaven monks, plague monks, right up in their business here. And you guys are, yeah, you have shots. You're taking your shots. Here we go. Wow, those are effective. I know. Just trust me. Just eat that ranged fire. You're doing good work. Yeah, these warp lightning cannons are effective. Well, somehow they've spawned an enemy unit. Feral cold ones on top of... This is skink magic. Actually, we have a unit on this. Oh, these guys are pretty armored. I'll have the sensor bearers stick in, and the other plague monks try to get through. Actually, I guess everybody just kill. Never mind. Just get that done quickly. Alright, this is the time for engaging. Okay. So here we go. We need you. As soon as the spears are on them, get these guys from two sides. Okay, as soon as the spears are on them, we do this. Can I please? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what direction they're facing. They'll come up quickly. Where's that other group of spears? I have 3 units of spears with shields. So you guys are attacking here. Okay, it's just, their banner is just probably inside the wall or something, I guess. And then these 2 units are attacking those guys. Okay. The warp lightning cannons have done some fine work here. The same cannot really be said of the catapults, which are just desperately trying to kill heroes. I guess they don't really have much of a shot on anything else, huh? I almost wonder if I should just wheel them forward and have them stop firing. Here, let's try to get that going. They'll have to move a little bit, but they'll get there. Alright, looks like we did dispatch the summoned cold ones. They might even have been illusionary. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, we're gonna have these guys just sort of funnel through the holes of the wall. Just get on the other side. We're gonna have to start dealing with real enemies here. What do I want these guys to do? Oh, I was supposed to leave you back with the plague engines. That's right. Oh, well, actually, wheeling one of the sets of warp lightning cannons into the walls quickly so that it can start in on the solar engine is probably a good idea. And that's something we want to do quickly because it can fire back. So actually, him being up here with these warp lightning cannons is a fine idea. So he's already doing his job. He's just in place. The assassin needs to get through and start mulching people. And of course, Ulysses, I am expecting you to show up in combat. Do not disappoint me. Alright, so let's make sure we grab these Plague Monks as soon as they become available. Alright, this unit of Kroxigors is very surrounded. Okay, let's engage characters on this thing. And this is a good time for more spells. Wither. This guy's 140 armor, so yes, wither him. And then we're going to have poison weapons right after that goes off. Alright, get on him. Poison turns terrible units into units that are basically fine. Alright, I need all of the Plague Monks to actually get inside. So hold up, we gotta give the catapult some new orders. I'm sure they can't shoot at the thing. Actually, oh, the unit they were shooting at is still pretty far back. Never mind. The Warp Lightning Cannons need specific orders now. We need to get them inside in firing positions. So I'm gonna grab these guys. This may be a little tricky for them, but it would be really cool if they could get in here. We just have to get a couple of Kroxigors out of the way. Most of this unit's not even in the path. And this is the time for summoning clan rats on the back of the skinks. Let's distract them and I'll just let them throw all of their catapults. Or all of their javelins, rather. Okay. Alright, so we're getting the Kroxigors. Yeah, the Kroxigors are going down. We're not having as much luck with this other guy. Okay, we're definitely going to want to drop a plague over here, I think. Right? Doesn't that look pretty good? And then we'll hit conduit again, because we're going to need winds. And of course we've got all kinds of plague and nonsense falling on these guys all the time. Oh, here comes their artillery. Okay, that plague is really doing some work. Okay. We don't really have the resources to do anything about that right now. A lot of my men are fleeing deeper into the city, which is a move that I question. Doesn't seem like a very good idea to me. Okay, battle priest, or battle plague priest guy. Go over here. We need to probably put up the second unit of plague monks. We gotta commit everything right here. Breaking them here is how we are going to win this. So these guys took quite a lot of damage, but not all of the damage. We need to do more damage. I actually think I'm going to summon plague rats on this guy. He causes terror though, doesn't he? Still, I think I'm going to summon plague rats on this guy just to baffle him a little bit. Try to keep him from getting all the shots he wants on us. Boy, he responded before they had spawned. Like, a lot before they had spawned. Ah, this thing is just rampaging. Okay, some of our guns are getting into place, although they've elected to face the opposite of the direction I told them to face. Hold on. Oh, this is a warp lightning cannon. It's just a cannon. The crew managed to wheel them 90% of the way into place and then stop. There we go. Okay. I guess they got freaked out. They got too close to the Stegodon or something. Alright, come on, get over here. Their characters are giving us a little bit of trouble, so let's get assassins on the priest. Actually, the Warp Lightning Engineer can probably get in here and do this too. Alright, what's left of the catapult crew is rallied. Yeah, this thing where Skink Priests can summon really powerful cavalry units, while I can only summon clan rats, is a real kick in the teeth, man. How's this going? Oh, I see we we pulled the solar engine Bastillodon. It has chased the clan rats up into the rest of our formation. Okay. So this thing has taken shelter inside the walls, making it impossible to shoot. That's very annoying. You know what? I'm just going to give the cannons orders to get on this guy. Just figure out a way to do it. It looks to me like that'll catch them. Okay. Then we just need to pay attention to this guy and our Winds of Magic and make sure that they are rolling, and also it's probably worth popping another clan rat summon over here. Okay, I bet that's got that solved. Okay, their characters are starting to lose rapidly. We're getting some fire off. This is good. Yeah, the dinosaurs, man. You know what? Actually, this army needed some storm vermin. Halberd storm vermin would have been nice here. Right, we are defeating their characters, and we're getting some good damage in on the dinos now. Let's renew the weapon poison. Get some of that on these dinosaurs. That'll help. They're actually too close for his close-up breath to be any good. Somebody get these. Okay, I think they're under control. Yeah, they're they're being defeated quickly. Well, a lot of them are running away. A lot of the enemies are starting to run. So that's good for us. This is going to be a costly victory, but that's actually not a big deal, I think. All it has to be is a victory, right? Because we're surrounded by allied armies. Focus on the healthy ones. Actually, finish off the temple guards. Yeah, if we can get the dinosaurs or maybe one or two of their heroes dead. I'm really surprised by the hardiness of these skink priests, man. Wither them. Okay, their heroes are starting to break. There we go. Like I said, any victory is a major victory here because this army is in no danger. We are completely surrounded by friendly armies, and we can just use Queek as cover to replenish. And we didn't actually lose any units. 160 kills on that unit of Plague Monks. I'm assuming this is the unit of Plague Monks that accidentally in melee intercepted the first summon of Cold Ones. Not a lot of kills on the Warp Lightning Cannons, but remember, each one of those kills is probably at least a Croxagore, so significant. We didn't get back as much food as we put in, which is a shame. I'm not super happy about that. Ooh. That's a lot of money, though. We got this quest on, like, turn 5 or something. Okay, we got a Banner of Eternal Flame, which gives the holding unit a small weapon damage boost and also makes them do fire damage, which is particularly effective against regenerating creatures. I don't know if that works. I think the lizard men have regeneration stuff, but I think it's special. Get some more Winds of Magic here. I don't think it's the regeneration trait, which is what gives fire weakness. So probably it won't help too much against them. Oh man, it is so nice to be in friendly lands again and get these like crazy replenishment buffs. Alright, everybody will be back to full strength in 2 turns. Lovely. We do have to worry about this. But I think... Oh, who did I miss? Oh, somewhere, Nerglost has a level up he'd like to have spent. Yeah, sure. Okay, we're still waiting on these jerks to actually do the thing. Okay, we have a lot of money now. We can definitely afford to do stuff like this. We're not exactly rich, though. Let's be a little bit careful. Because we have to save money for things like that. Okay, this is going to put me pretty low if I build it. And the difference is only 10% of this region's income, which is significant, actually. It would take 3 turns to build. You know what? Yeah, that's worth it. It'll get us positive again. We're not doing a ritual yet. Yeah, and Titchett's just headed home, right? There's nothing else to this. Yeah, but he's headed home up this way. Ooh, actually, I maybe should be a little bit careful. That's techless right there. I guess he can go to Chupiatl. We could also grab some loot, obviously. So, I've been away from the game for a little while. I recorded a whole bunch of episodes at the last sitting, and then I haven't played the game in almost a week. So, I'm just sort of, you know, slipping back into it here, reintegrating. It is worth noting that the Mortal Empires campaign released between last time I recorded and today, and that came with a pretty large patch that changed the balance of some things. So some stuff may not be exactly what we are used to it being, basically. Oh, Otherlock had a tiny, tiny little bit of move keyed in. And so that's why it didn't tell me that he needed move orders. If you've given them less than a turn's worth of movement order, it should tell you that they need orders. Alright, so hopefully Queek Stacks will, first of all, stop raiding me, and secondly, you know, step up, because we're going to need some help here. I'd really prefer that he not take any of the cities on my continent, obviously, but if it happens, it happens. I just really wanted the ritual resource place. So where's he going now? He's abandoning me, is what he's doing. Alright, let's try to diplomatize with him. We might be able to talk him into turning around and reinforcing us. There's a lot of lizards to fight, man. And I know that he's at war with this faction, too. So I'm not 100% sure what all the changes in the patch were. In fact, during this, during the other players' turns here, I can try to grab the patch notes on my other monitor. But one thing that I do know is that there was a, Occupy the Caverns of Sotek. I don't know, man. We'll see. One thing that I do know for sure is that there was a bug where sometimes the clan rats summoned with Menace Below would come out of the ground in, basically inside of each other with no hitbox, and then they would all be able to strike the enemy lord at once, instead of only the people sort of on the front lines being able to do that. And that bug has been fixed now. So it's possible, I don't know exactly how much this affected us, but it's possible that some of our victories have been due to that, and that we will no longer be benefiting from it. Alright, is there any chance, Queek Headtaker, that we could, like, throw up here?
Now. Stop. No.
Seriously, what on earth do you want from me? I will join your war against, I don't know, the Bowmen of Orion. And how about Thagan's Errantry? Maybe Greybeard's Prospectors. For a defensive alliance. Okay. Great. Now, they're not always super responsive to this. But let's try this. Let's see if we can direct them against the army outside of the mouth of Kreveza. Now, the Mouth of Cerveza does have a 16-unit garrison. We might be able to just win this straight up. He's got a lot of cavalry. That's actually probably good for us. But it would be nice if Queek could step in and make this a little easier. Okay. Who needs orders still? Oh, there are heroes to wound.
You watch this Pleiadior witch. Dreaded one.
Okay, I'm not going to go for that treasure. It's too close to those elves.
Hate water.
Let's just get on land and consider some things. So I'm losing a lot more money now than I was last turn, despite the fact that last turn I was being raided and this turn I am not being raided. I'm not 100% sure what is up with that. I don't think that the income calculations in this game are very good. I think they are very, very often wrong. Well, it would be nice if these guys would just, like, get a move on. These guys, too. I'm losing money here. Can I raid my own territory? I will not generate any income. I will get food, but it won't be enough food for us to go positive, so... And how are we at -9? Oh, I am paying more out into armies this turn than into armies now than I used to. So that's not great. Okay, this is a food province. We do have to try to get this province together. We can make this a food province too. This is a food province. This is a money province, but it could become a food province. Oh, I need the public order right now. That's right. Yeah, we just don't have a lot of options for generating food right now. This will definitely be a food province. Well, I guess we're losing 1,000 gold. There's not really anything I can do about it. Hopefully the game will dynamically recalculate our income again next turn, and that number will be a little bit prettier. Okay, so we can see Lothar now. What army do we have over here that is allowing us to see this? Oh, is this our intervention army? It seems to not really be getting anything done. I don't know what these guys are doing. It's a small enough stack that I'm not worried it's not actually a threat to any of our settlements, I don't think. Maybe they're just chasing dark elves around. Right, Hexawaddle has way too many stacks. This is very concerning to me. We need to do something about that. Oh, they're going for... This is their plan. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty sensible. They're not doing it right now, though. We might be able to get this army closer. I don't know if we'll be able to get into reinforcement range. Actually, probably not. We're a little far off. Well, if Queek actually comes over here and tries to help us... Turn south, turn south. He's not going to do it until his next turn at the very earliest then, which is after their next turn, which is, of course, after they attack my city, so... I think we probably will lose that city if they attack with both stacks, but I don't necessarily think that we're going to... I don't think that it's going to stay lost. Wow, this army has some composition issues. Well, I mean, they are wrecking stuff. And also, I noticed that one of the cities that the ritual tether is on is ruined now, so presumably they're losing that ritual. Man, it feels like it's just taking longer and longer and longer for the AI to process their turns. Like, we're at the point where it is now several minutes for every AI turn. Okay. Yes, this is the thing I do not want to win. Okay, great. Huolotl burns. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. They retook. That's why we have Skrolk here. Skrolk is going to kill them, and he is going to raise the settlement the way I should have the first time. Hey, Rat Surge is back. Alright, so let's get that going.
I see you. I am the Plague Lord.
I wasn't able to wait in range. Yep, and we're taking attrition.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry, Charge Lock, you're just going to have to be disbanded. Cannot manage that. Okay, if you guys go into March mode, you'll make it to Axolotl.
The vermin tide.
Alright, let's get some treasure.
Unleash nest fleets.
If we just find a little bit of gold in here, we can make things okay for this turn. Awesome. 2,500 gold will do it. Also, all of a sudden, we're at plus 1050, because money and income are the same thing. I never quite know what's going on with our income calculations. Why don't you guys go to Chupiatl?
Envoy of council.
Alright, we'll get into the capital province, and we'll figure stuff out from there. Oh, this needs to happen.
No food that's safe in the world.
We've got to have this, right? Guacamole Crater has an even larger garrison than normal. What are the 2 extra things that this has over everybody else? Well, it has 2 units of catapults. Where's that second unit of catapults? Oh, from here and... Well, whatever. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm not going to fight this manually. The garrison's not important enough. Okay. 7 food. Another 1,700 gold. Great. I think I'm going to take 2 more food off of them. Alright, I would have loved to try to develop another little pet faction, but this is not a good place, not a good time. Alright, you can swing past the Fortress of Dawn. Which we could stop taxing, maybe? Obviously, the food situation is getting to be pretty serious, but it's causing issues with our provinces. -2 extra public order from food is a problem in some places. And this province is just not big enough for us to build enough bells, unfortunately. I don't think I have spices. I figured out the trade view that I was looking for the other day. It's here now. So we are not currently exporting spices. It's probably worthwhile to do this, even though our gold's a little bit tight right now. The extra income from adding a trade good to our network is significant. So we're almost at full health. We can't move far enough to get to anything. Actually, it looks like if I go into March mode, I might just be able to sail into Cerveza. Or maybe not, because they're sieging it. You can siege out of, or you can sail out of a city that's under siege. Why can't you sail into one? Well, that'll basically guarantee that they get it then. We can move to right here, like just outside of that city's reinforcement range, in preparation to hit them next turn. I was going to try to pluck a hero out of their army, but there aren't any heroes. In that case, this guy probably doesn't do anything. Let's ride over this way. We're close enough to still be responsive, but we can also try to kill this hero next turn. How are you guys doing? It would be really nice if I could wait one more turn before doing anything over here. And this army is just kind of hanging out. They don't seem interested in moving up on us. I wonder if attacking them with my hero would cause them to shake out of their stupor, or if they just stand there and let me pick their heroes off one by one. Ooh, Skull Reef. Wait, can heroes get these? Okay. The way it lit up when I got near it was a little deceptive. Alright, that's fine. Rat Surge. This is a bad place for you to be, buddy. Okay, Tidget has unassigned skill points. Tidget needs Quartermaster. More Quartermaster. Can never have enough. Alright, I think they're probably going to attack this coming turn. They're already in reinforcement range, or I would have attacked them. Like I said, I think we probably lose this battle, but we can at least make it hurt. And then, obviously, we have a big army coming up from behind them, which is going to do some bad stuff to them. Wow, it's really pretty over here. There's a lot of, like, multicolored light shows and stuff. Some cool permanent rainbows just kind of floating in the mountains, which is neat. I've not spent a lot of time near real-world mountains. I don't know if that's a thing. Are there just permanent rainbows? So the Order of Lore Masters has reasserted themselves, and that's interesting. Did it unconfederate Tyrion's army? Weird. Actually, wait a minute. All this stuff is Order of Lore Masters now? Lothern doesn't exist anymore. Wait. Did they confederate? So the Order of Lore Masters was close to getting wiped out. They confederated into... Okay. I do not agree that I am in range of the settlement garrison. I'm definitely outside of the Little Red Circle. Well, this sucks. Yeah, I definitely stopped clear of the Little Red Circle. Alright, well, let's give flaming attacks to... does this matter at all? Do any of their units have regeneration in the sort of the classical sense? No, so it looks like flaming attacks are actually completely meaningless. And I don't know enough about flame damage to know, like, if there's any weird interaction with armor. So we'll just put it on the unit that I expect to do the most damage to get the most out of the 6% weapon damage bonus. The settlement's garrison is not actually very good, but it does have some Croxagors and a Stegodon. Yeah, we can't win this. Well, let's fight it. We can't win this, but we gotta hurt him. And I think we can hurt him. Okay. The choke point battle's interesting. We have more artillery than they do, although not by a huge, huge amount. But, yeah, this probably favors me, the choke point. Okay, 21 is a fine amount of wins. So I think what we do here... let's put the artillery in a place where they'll have good clear shots. Shields in front, since they can be fired over. I do wish this army had some ranged. Now they do have ranged units, and they do have at least one artillery dinosaur, so I'm a little concerned about the positioning of my plague monks, who are powerful but fragile. I mean, does this make sense? We just use them as shields, and then I'll put my characters sort of in the middle. Maybe the priest should be further back since he'll be easier to hit. But he also needs to be in a place where he can actually provide support. Let's put him, I guess, out to the side a little bit. I don't want him to be too far away to cast, but this way, at least if they're shooting at him and missing, they won't be hitting a lot of other stuff. Apparently we don't reach, our siege equipment does not quite reach to their starting zone with this setup. If I move us forward, we can reach into it a little bit. And I can just move the melee line forward. Whoa. Okay. So the catapults probably ought to be up as well. Alright. So we're going to see Warp Lightning on the flyers first. Are these guys considered to be large? They are. Oh, wow. Good shot. Yeah, that thing has a tremendous effect on morale. All siege weapons, all artillery rather, have an effect on morale, but the catapult has a special bonus effect due to being a warp stone projectile or something. I think that's the reason. Okay, good. I really don't want to have to deal with those guys too much. So, at this point, let's retarget the Warp Lightning cannons, and the catapults just shoot into the mass of enemies. And for now, we'll just keep waiting. And we're, of course, we're targeting the solar engine Bastillodon first. This one, I think, just has to get right up on us to hit us. That guy's about to shoot crazy sun lasers. Oh, really, really good damage. Catapults overshooting a tiny bit. Oh, I should be rolling Arcane Conduit on cooldown. Let's retarget the catapults onto slower moving stuff. Okay. I hate this. Why do they get to summon really powerful, extremely good units? Seems unfair. Oh, geez. The whole volley hit him. He's actually going to die. Okay, they're on. Come on, one more hit. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that. That's fine. Come on. Fire again. Fire again. Come on. Okay, there we go. You guys should also break and flee. I can't believe they're letting us get all this artillery time in. Are you guys? Okay, they're kind of working. Alright, his unit is mostly broken. So now the Stegodon has arrived. Start work on that. Our catapult has been completely killed because 2 units of Plague Monks can't kill a unit of Cold Ones. And unfortunately, we're not going to have time to damage out all of their dinosaurs. They're still going to have the one Bastillodon, but this is definitely the least dangerous of their dinosaurs that we're leaving unmolested. So, also, I appreciate this guy for standing in a place where when we miss him, we still can hit some skinks or something. I don't think they realize what a disadvantage they're putting themselves at by not moving in for the kill. I guess maybe they're just going to wait for us to run out of ammunition. Let's see if we can finish this guy off with the next volley. He has 264 health. And the Warp Lightning Cannons do that much damage per hit. Most of their damage is armor piercing. Come on, just hit him, just hit him. Yes. Yeah, he's really not willing to just run across the gap. Okay. So we have units all over these guys for exactly this reason. They actually spawned inside of my Plague Monks. This should be pretty quick, I would think. And, you know what? Just in case, to minimize the damage, let's go ahead and imbue poison. Let's get these guys down. Not just down, but also in a place where they can't really do any meaningful damage quickly. Alright, this guy's at 798. Alright, they are losing health very rapidly. I want this dinosaur actually dead. We're not letting him run. Ooh, wow. That whole volley miss? Yes, nobody, not a single one of those projectiles made contact. How are you guys missing so much? Look at the size of this target. Okay. Awesome. The next target for the Warp Lightning Cannons is... Where's that other dinosaur? Right here. Is this under control? Yes, this is under control. Good. Yeah, they're going to let me use all my ammo. I'm going to use all my ammo. Okay, apparently that was the moment right there. They figured it out. Okay, we popped his rampage really early, which is probably good for us. Oh wow! As he gets closer, their ability to murder him goes up and up. And you know what I forgot to do is use my Warlock Engineer. Well, we may as well do it now. I think I'm gonna drop a plague in their approach just to slow this battle down even a little bit more. Looks like we're not gonna have to deal with that dinosaur for very long. Their skinks don't seem to be moving. They're just going to kind of stand in it. Right, he's in full retreat. Awesome. So the skinks are totally just standing in it. Well, at this point, Croxigors, I guess. These guys... Yeah, they have poison damage and they can shoot us from the sky. That's kind of annoying. Go ahead and finish them off. The catapults are still here. We lost the crews, but shouldn't somebody be able to get on them? At the very least, the Warlock Engineer should know how they work. He should be able to tell us what to do. Alright, well, whatever. Man, I wish I had more spells. Okay, well that unit's not that much of a problem anymore. Finish him off, finish him off. I do not want to have to deal with him. Okay. Now we target the Croxigors, although I think we have like one shot left. Okay. Stand your ground, take the charge. We're kind of waiting for Plague to come up again, but we can definitely throw out a Plague... pestilent breath here. So we want to shoot it through as many skinks as possible. They're the ones who take the majority of the damage. Alright, good stuff. Okay. They have summoned cold ones on top of us again, but this time they've summoned cold ones on top of artillery units that don't really have a lot to put into the fight anymore. So I kind of think that this is not a great move on their part. Alright, what do we have left? We have 16 wins. What's Wither? 10 of those. And then we need to gain 3 more. Oh, we have... Never mind. We have Conduit up. So I'm definitely going to drop a Wither. Right here... Yeah, that hits. That hits most of them. I'm going to advance this side and create kind of a hole for these guys to push forward and hit the Croxagores from the side a little bit. Actually, let's make sure that they just move over to here first. I don't want them to run right in and get caught up behind our existing guys. And then a little bit of this. Okay. Well, this battle has gone better than it had any right to at the start. Let's extricate a couple of these good strong units of plague monks. This assassin needs to find an enemy character to kill. Yeah, him. That'll do. Alright, let me cast a little magic here. This actually looks like a really good time for a plague. No, I think I'd rather have these guys. Get some plague monks right in on their backsides. Especially with the wither still being up, this is probably good. Oh, the warp lightning cannons still have a little bit of ammo left, it looks like. Bad news is we're completely surrounded by lizards, losing morale rapidly. Down there. Okay, we can drop a unit of clan rats right here. And I am going to poison up our weapons, I think. Let's try to get it in as many important places as possible. Keep disrupting their skinks as much as possible. I think we're kind of winning. Oh, apparently you can't do that. I was trying to get them to go back to their cannon by clicking on it on the unit bar, but not quite the way it works. Okay, he has to back up. He's actually gonna get hurt. Alright, I suppose it's time to commit our lord. I was a little nervous about losing him, obviously, but gotta get him in here. Try to sandwich these guys in as many places as possible. The skinks don't rampage, they just die. You gotta get back, dude. Trying really hard to get my poor priest to disengage. He does not want to go. Alright, it does look like we're still going to lose, unfortunately. I had high hopes after that beginning, but we're losing the melee too badly. More rats. Quickly before you freak out. These temple guards on the side. We're doing a pretty good job of distracting them over here. But let's try to start finishing groups off. Also, we gotta manually grab all of our rallying warriors. Yeah, a lot of us are losing the melee quite badly. Okay, and no ammo to speak of for the siege weapons, unfortunately. Alright, just fall on the flanks over here. Do your best to make it stick. Put the poison back up. Yeah, look at all the stuff they have left. Like we're starting to break down their front, and as soon as that happens, they're gonna have all of these other units to murder us with. Try to catch those guys in the back, maybe? I don't know, that might work. Alright, is there anything largish that could still use a spearing? Not really. Yeah, this sucks. This ball of all their units. This is a good defense against rat shenanigans. Alright, get in there and do things. Something. Anything, really. Alright, a lot of them are breaking. We're making headway. In fact, did they just rout? I kind of think they were still winning, but apparently they disagree. Okay, well that's very embarrassing for them. They rode their garrison out for that. They lost 3 big dinosaurs without any of them doing anything, and I bet those things are expensive and time-consuming to recruit. I thought for sure we were dead there. 123 kills for the Plague Priest. I think Plague Priests are like pretty alright. Well, replenishment's probably not very meaningful at this amount. You can see like nobody's health bar is moving. And I don't... we might get attacked again right away, actually, because that other army. Yeah, let's take the replenishment. It could be the difference between getting splattered and not getting splattered. Unless these guys stick out their siege. Nope, they just want to do it. Okay, let's do it. This, I think we should probably win. I guess we don't have a lot of good units. Is 4 Menace Below charges going to be good enough? Probably. I don't think they're going to be particularly meaningful. Yeah, this huge amount of cavalry makes me pretty nervous. Yeah, let's not spend any food on this. A lot of this might come down to the warp bombs, honestly. If we can damage his cavalry badly enough with the warp bombs that it breaks their morale, then we're in. And otherwise, we're probably dead, because we don't really have a lot of good anti-cavalry. I guess we have 3 units of spear and shield clan rats. But we have a lot of vulnerable range-type troops, and then we have rat ogres who don't seem to be good at anything. Their stats suggest that you should use them sort of like shock cavalry, but they don't really seem to work very well in that role. I don't know. It's definitely weird. Do we have a spell? We have Warp Lightning on this guy? It looks like we do in fact have 1 spell. Sure, Campbell. So what, did he build a bunch of towers, I assume? Huh. Did he really not build anything except 2 towers? I thought he had been sieging us for longer than that. His army's not a full stack, so it doesn't have the same amount of manpower that you would normally expect. Alright, we can pull this catapult forward. Like to here, maybe? That's a lot better. That feels a lot better. Okay, yeah, and this is pretty much right. We just want a bunch of missile guys on the walls. I don't know how it decided where to put our guys, but it's doing a real bad job. So we want the Warlock Engineer to be over here, where I think they're gonna, you know, dock their towers and stuff. We want to take over the towers immediately to the left and right. So we might be able to get some good shots in. Actually, this tower probably is not going to contribute. I don't think they're sending anybody to the left gate, so why don't we have you go... Actually, let's put these slingers right here. And we'll go... I don't want to do this. I want to use the spears to run one of the towers so that we have some defense against the guys who climb up on the walls. Okay, I actually think this is pretty much good. Where's the red ogres? Way back here. You know what? Let's put these guys over here, because they're probably going to be able to sling at the enemies up on the wall a little bit. And the rat ogres don't need to be so far back. Okay, let's go. Okay. I want to make sure we're focusing fire with our towers, as always. Ah, shoot. Well, we actually can't do that. They've done a good job of positioning their towers here. And we're getting good damage in on the towers, but unfortunately there's no way we're going to kill either of them. Not totally ideal. And then over here they're going to just dinosaur the gate down. Not a lot I can do about that. So given that we're not going to be able to kill the towers, let's refocus. Maybe if I focused on this I'd get it. I'm not even that worried about it, honestly. They don't have that many melee troops. They're not going to be climbing our walls very much. Right, we got slings going down. No, yeah, they'll just have a dinosaur run up and headbutt the door a bunch of times. These guys are getting close enough they're going to start eating slings. Wow, yeah, that's fairly effective, actually. Yeah, I'm not too worried about those guys. Okay, they spawned their ghostly cold ones on the wrong side of the wall. It's the kind of thing that brings me hope. Should I shoot at the spear riders, maybe? Yeah. Let's refocus the catapults a little bit. We're going to be able to do enough damage to get some stuff done here. They are dodging. Oh, I forgot. I put my warp engineer over here for a reason. And that reason was that I could do this. Alright, as you might imagine, the skinks here are losing pretty badly. Wow, that warp lightning was very effective. Yeah, it actually looks like they're pretty good at dodging the artillery fire. That's a shame. We're getting a lot of good slinging damage done, at least while they're doing this. We're still landing some hits, but they're really not doing very much damage. Oh yeah, also the blood and gore patch is out. So our units constantly look like they've been doused in, I don't know, jam or something. It doesn't, I think, particularly look like blood. Get back up here, you cowards. Let's do our best to bring down some of these flyers. Yeah, the slingers are getting some okay damage in. Gate breaks. And this will be where we start considering our options with warp bombs and stuff. Still not time for any summons, I don't think. Okay, they spawned the enemy unit outside the walls. And it's very nice of them, I really do appreciate it. This might actually be a good place to do our first summon. If we can really stymie them in the door here, that'll be good for us. Alright. A lot of violence, a lot of suffering. I think it's mostly going pretty well for us. The Fire Leech bolas are are a real thing, but we can't do anything about it.
Now, ready, now. Warhammer's wishes.
You can probably fire down from the wall onto this guy, right? We're starting to break up their aerial troops. Actually, we should have the warp engineer run over here, because warp lightning would actually be very useful in this. Oh, he can hit that from there? I'm impressed with his range. I'm less impressed with his effectiveness. That didn't do very much damage at all. Alright, you guys have to stop. I know, I'm telling Skaven, you have to stop being cowards. We really, really need you to put up here. I could charge in. I'd have to get through like a bunch of my guys no matter how I did this though, so would you please? I kind of assumed that telling them to turn around and shoot him would cause them to move to the other side of the wall, but apparently you have to give them move to the other side of the wall as an explicit order. No, what are you? I'm trying to get them to target. Yeah, you guys are ranged, aren't you? Yeah. Huh, for some reason this unit can't target that unit. Not sure what's going on there. It looks like these swords won't be needed over here, so let's run them this way. You guys... Yeah, okay.
Ready, ready.
I'm gonna have catapults fall back. To here, I guess? This thing they're doing now where they're charging forward, I don't care for this. There's a valid target in here somewhere. Ah. It's so hard to use warp bombs. Okay, where is that target? See, okay. I could target it on the unit and it would go off right here. Because it goes off on whatever the game considers to be the center of the unit, which is pretty much roughly where the flag is. Okay, we got some damage in that time. A little bit. That was a good one. I also hit a lot of my own guys with it, but I think I did more damage to them than I did to us. I think. What do we have coming in still? A bunch of pretty wounded feral cold ones, temple guards. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this summon. Because we should definitely use it, right? I really bummed out a lot of my units there. They were not happy about the warp bomb. Let's do it right here. Try to get behind the source, Old Blood, and take him out. He's very, very close. Alright, this is all lizard bodies. And we gotta grab our units that are rallying manually, which is like really annoying. Alright, we're almost done with this part. I think there's still a pretty good chance we lose. Alright, good initial charge. We want to break away. We get our Lord pretty much just back. Alright, we need a good charge out of these rat ogres. I don't like it when they stand and fight. Man. Yes! That was a good one. Alright. The good news is, a lot of them are in trouble. The bad news is we're breaking rapidly. Alright, those cold ones are pretty much done for. So let's get back here. We have one summon and one warp bomb left. And who else is still under our control? Yep, these guys are going to need to disengage and get down here as well. I'm not getting a yellow arrow, which does not make me confident that they are actually processing this order. There we go. Come on, rally. Oh, wow. That was a good shot. He really knocked that thing right out of the air. Yeah, this is bad. Their Saurus Old Blood is going to be a serious problem. Okay. Well, these slingers can probably just follow the temple guards, I guess. Where do I want to put these clan rats? Probably not on top of the Bastillodon, because it's kind of doing terrible things to us. Let's drop them right here. Catch these cold ones from behind while they're trying to engage with our hero. And then we have one more warp bomb left, so we have to be careful to use it in a way that doesn't kill our own guys completely. Okay. Our lord recovered right before running off the map. I've never been happier. How... Okay. If those guys are still there when that lands, it's going to be pretty good. Oh, they're not moving. Okay, it wasn't really that good. Hold on. There's a unit here that is clearly under half health. Please let me target it. Okay, I killed a couple of their units right there. Get him. Just use melee to fight him. Yep, I think we lost it. Come on, just fight back a little bit, man. That spell's not. They keep interrupting spellcasting by headbutting him. Well, I killed a Pterodon. I killed one of them pretty good. Yeah, their lord is still at full health. Well, shit. Cavalry heavy composition was pretty good against this garrison. Too many ranged units. And unfortunately, Skaven ranged units can't really keep siegers out. They're just not damaging enough. What we needed was another, 3 units of catapults, and then also 3 units of warp lightning cannons, so we could just train 2 on each gate. Alright, well, that sucks. Fortunately, that was not a region. That's not one where we had the whole region under control, so them doing that doesn't break a region for us. Koratun assassinated one of our guys. Why does fast forward keep getting turned off? It should be... If I turn it on, it should stay on until I turn it off. It shouldn't have to be re-enabled every turn. Also, it's weird that we only sometimes get camera work. The Bloodhall Coven has been attacked by the New World colonies. Decline and break alliance. What are you thinking? I'm a rat. Come on. So we lost exotic animals. Does this mean that I actually lost exotic animals, though? Like, I'm pretty sure I had another source of that, right? I know I lost a source of exotic animals, but it probably should only give you that message if it was the only one that you had. We found a Dawnstone for Elcest. That's cool. Alright, I have been wounded, which is annoying. I am getting Warpstone, though. Okay, our various intervention armies have all been destroyed because the ritual ended in failure. So, and yes, in fact, the Order of Lore Masters has reconfederated Lothern. It's just crazy to me. Alright, let's crush this. Are you joking? No, they do not have a chance of survival. This is ridiculous. Alright, well, I guess continue siege, because we really don't have time to fight this right this second, unfortunately. So, we're going to have to call it here for today, at the beginning of a turn, unusually enough. Come back next time. We're going to re-exterminate Great Turtle Isle. We're going to reclaim the mouth of Kaveza. We're going to drive these lizard men out of our jungle. And I also have a lot of other really hopeful plans that we don't have any reason to believe will work. Honestly, I'm very concerned about the way this thing's going. We have our armies from far away slowly returning to positions where they can help, but we're just spread a little thin right now. I don't know. It's rough going. Anyway, second outro. That's it. We're out for today. Come back next time, tomorrow. A lot more blood spilled. I mean, basically, same thing we do every day. And we'll see you then.